I'm gonna do something a little different today. It's something a little different. On the other side of the boat is Luperon. It's only 300 or 400 yards away, so I could be there in 15 minutes. But we got to take the motorcycle to Luperon today, so we're gonna head over to Las Vegas here, and where I store the motorcycle. And we're gonna do the whole trip, all the way from Las Vegas all the way to Luperon. And instead of showing you guys bits and pieces, I'm just gonna let it run and show you guys the whole trip. So let me know if you guys like this. This should be pretty cool. Well, anyway, this is the same route I take when I exercise. I leave from Las Vegas and go to the beach and get my 3, 4, 5, 6 miles in, and then I usually go swimming before or after. So anyway, it's pretty cool, it's pretty scenic, it's pretty cool. I could cut and piece this and everything, but I'm like, well, shoot, just let it go, and so everybody can see from point A to point B. Here to the right up here, if you want to do free yoga, they have free yoga that overlooks the harbor Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We walk right here and just hang a right here. And like I said, it's every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All you have to do is bring your yoga mat, and it's free. Up here where you can go left or right. If a lot of you guys have seen my 4th of July pig roast, and anytime we have parties on the beach, is usually to the right. Anyway, you take a right here and go down, and there's another beach, what we call a small beach. It's about a mile down this road. Then we're gonna go left. We're gonna go to the big beach. So anyway, it's pretty cool. And usually horses right here you can pet to the left. There's usually horses here, but I don't see them today. Well, from this point you can see the ocean straight ahead of us. It's just downhill walk to the ocean. It's pretty cool. It's pretty scenic. And about here you can tell if it's going to be a good diving day, bad diving day, because if it's going to be a bad diving day, you can hear the breakers breaking on the shoreline. It can get really hairy. So you know at this point right here, if you're walking to the beach, if you're going to be diving or not. And then to the right down here, you're going to see an abandoned resort. It used to be a big resort in Luperon, but now it's just an abandoned. And yeah, there's no tourists here. You're all by yourself. It's great. Well, we also too, right here, if you take a right and go in front of, that's where most of my beach pictures are taken. That's my favorite beach down there. The beach is awesome. So if you want to do any great beaches, to the right. And anyway, we're going along the north shore here. Coming up here to the right there's a rip current going out. That's the best place to dive in this whole north shore. That's usually, if you see me dive in the tunnels where I'm going under tunnels and small caves, it's right here to the right. Anyway, that's right where I go. And coming up here, you'll see a straight paved road, and that's where I usually do my running, and that's where I get my 4 or 5 miles in if I don't get them on the walk over here. But yeah, it's a really good place to exercise. It's really nice, really quiet, and then you can go take a swim before or after, whatever you want to do. It's pretty cool. Well, if you go straight here, it's Luperon. If you go right, go to my friend's house. You got Dennis's, John's, Craig's, Ken's. All my friends live out here to the right. They all settled in here, but most of them is bought land, their own houses and stuff. Super Bowl parties and playoff parties, all those are John's and Ken's and Dennis's house. But anyway, going straight up here to Gringo Hill, this is where a lot of the local people that settled into here, that sold their boats, and they live up here now, so it's kind of nicknamed Gringo Hill. Looks like we're coming up on somebody that's pulling rebar down the road on their motorcycle. On these motorcycles, you'll see them everything. I've seen 4 people on a motorcycle with a baby on the gas tank hanging on in diapers, or you see them with beds. I've seen them with beds on there. I've seen them with small calves on the back of their bikes. You see them hauling everything, because that's the main source of their transportation down here. You don't have to have a driver's license, motorcycle license to drive down here. So all these people are really good on their motorcycles. A lot of people down here has been driving motorcycles since like 10 years old. So they're actually very, very, very good on their motorcycles, because yeah, that's why they get around. And it looks like we got another bike with pulling rebar down the road here. So just how they get around down here in the Caribbean and Luperon. Okay, here to your right, we all have modern gas stations. Like I've seen documentaries, people using plastic water bottles and stuff, but all the gas stations here is actually pretty modern. Gas in the States is like $2.15, $2.20 right now. Down here, it's in the mid $4, so it's twice as high down here. So it's a lot more higher down here than it is in the States. Along the road here on the right, you'll see some people cooking. Anytime you drive your motorcycle around here, you'll see people cooking along these little places. It's cool to pull over because they're great cooks. Sausage, chicken. It's great. It's just something different about the culture down here that's just really appealing. Here we're coming to the heart of Luperon. Anyway, this is downtown Luperon right here. We're coming up to the major four-way. Right here is the four-way. This is kind of the main intersection in Luperon. Of course, no stoplights. Of course, no stop signs. The left, you go down towards the dock. Right, this is actually the main part of Luperon. And to the right, they're redoing the city park. But normally, this is where they have the park, and that building to your left is the pink building. Great ice cream. It is wonderful. Just awesome ice cream. And I'll show you guys a better tour of the town coming up. To your right here on a street over, we have a brand new hardware store that's really cool hardware store. Okay, we're gonna go down here today. I'm supposed to pick up some spare keys for my motorcycle that I bought. We're gonna go down here to the patio and check it out. This is kind of one of the main places that gringos and the people on boats and stuff go to eat. This place on the right here in the blue. I'm gonna go down here and do a little turnaround and then come back and park, and then we'll go on the patio here and check it out. If you keep going straight down here, that goes to the dock, and that's, if you walk that way and then go to the right, my boat's like 400 yards or so right off of this into this dock. And then to your right here is Wendy's. That's where we do the movies and all that stuff. I'll be doing a better video of the whole town here coming up, probably of a tour of the town. Anyway, this is El Patio. This is where we always go to eat breakfast, lunch, supper. It's a great place to hang out and stuff. Well, I had to shoot this boom stand. I'm being in the music business that I used to be in. My friends get a kick out of that boom stand, Caribbean style. Anyway, Alf and Kelly and everybody there, and Mickey's here too. We're going to this is some kind of a holiday, some New Zealand Australian holiday, so they're trying to put together this game that they play, this gambling game, and so it's always interesting. It's always cool to see other cultures and how they do things and how they don't do things, and yeah, so I'll just shut up and let you guys listen here.
Or you lose it all. It's that simple. What you do is you place these two coins, they're Dominican 25-cent pieces, and on one side you've got a bid, on the other side you've got a coat of tails. We'll call that whatever it is, we'll call that tails. So you've got a head and a tail. You're going to be flipped up, and if they come down all heads or all tails, it's a legitimate call. If they come down one or the other, it cancels out and you throw again. Now, as for the betting,
25 pesos.
But I like you. I don't want to take your money. I got to pick somebody like your husband.
But what we're trying to say is, this is the way the game. It doesn't just just one person. There's side bets on the side between each other.
Right.
Chances are way better.
Anyone else want to take me on that 100?
do the call. Kelly, kind of not betting. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Someone who's not betting.
Right here.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the call is come and spin it.
100 on heads. Hit it up, hit it
So-
up, hit it up, hit it up. Premature.
Didn't do
Just
that
like mine.
again then.
It's not a
Hit it up, hit it up, hit it up, hit it up, hit it up.
All right, so I call heads, heads.
Yes.
Gentlemen, did you call?
I called heads.
No, you got to read out what this is.
Heads, tails.
We cooked
Nice.
this
Down
weekend.
the floor. Hit it up, hit it up, hit it up. Showing you.
Well, being the safest hurricane hole in the Caribbean, this is kind of a crossroads for all the cruisers in the world. Seem to come through Luperon, head to Pacific, head to the Atlantic. So there's all kinds of cultures here. So it's a very, very interesting place. It's kind of a melting pot of everybody. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's probably kind of boring, especially for people that live here. But I just figured I'd show you point A, point B. And if you like this video, let me know, and I'll do some more like it. Anyway, see you guys later. Thanks for following along. It's just another day in the Caribbean. See ya.